Hi everyone, good morning. It's Casey Truffo here. And I'm just sitting here with a cup of tea thinking about you and thinking about websites. And I want to create one more video on how to write a client attracting website. You know, a good homepage, and in fact a good website, is an awful lot like an intake session. And what do I mean by that? In an intake session, what is our goal? Some may say it's to get the next appointment, but a lot of times it's really to get to know the client, to help the client understand that we care about them, and to really feel connected with that client in some way, and to give them some hope about what it's going to be like in their future, to applaud them for taking the risk of connecting with you. That's the kind of thing I think is great as an intake session. Your homepage, and in fact your entire website, we want to be just like that. You want to be speaking in your own voice, and even though you're not hearing the client's story, I want you to imagine what the client's story is and then put that out there. So what you're saying is, if you've come here, then you're probably struggling with this. Talk a little bit about that, and then talk about your hope for them. And throughout the whole website, like on your frequently asked questions page, it is a lot about that. It's a lot about questions they might have before picking up the phone to call you. So let's answer those. One of the biggest mistakes, I think, there are two big mistakes, but I think one of the biggest mistakes that we therapists and coaches tend to make when creating our website text is that we start talking all about selling, counseling, or coaching, and I've talked about this before, instead of really sitting in the client's space and imagining what it must be like when they are picking up the phone to call or when they're on the internet looking for a therapist. Let's worry less about what it is we do and more about connecting with them as we would in an intake session. For example, in an intake session, rarely would we spend 80% of the time talking about us and our how we do therapy or coaching. We wouldn't. We'd be listening, we'd be connecting, we'd be trying to give hope. Okay. The second biggest mistake that I see a lot of therapists making is they kind of step away from their authentic voice. They start talking in, I want to say psychobabble, but I don't want to insult anybody. We start talking about the way that we talk. We talk about theories and what counseling means to us and how counseling works. And the problem that comes with that is it creates a distance with our potential clients, our web visitors. So my two pieces of advice for you today is go deep into what it must be like looking for a therapist on the internet and write your copy as if you were writing it to somebody that you are having an intake session with. Please join us in our upcoming web class on how to write your client attracting copy in less than a week. Let's get this done. Let's get it appealing to clients, and let's get on with healing hearts and relationships just like you do every day. See you online. Happy practice building. This is Casey Truffo. Mwah. Love you.